Major update for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I'm just going to jump right into it because I'm very sad. I'm not going to try to spend too much time on this, but if I rant, I apologize. But before I start reading, before I jump fully into it, it's your boy AP, host of Your Cavs. Everything news, rumors, reports, all that stuff. I'm just going to read it. So the Cleveland Cavaliers yesterday, from the time of this video, or 2 days ago, I'm not too sure. Times are mixed up, but a day or two, okay? The Cleveland Cavaliers made a tweet that said, Cavaliers guard forward Max Strus recently underwent evaluation and imaging on his left foot following offseason surgery to repair a Jones fracture. And if you don't know what Jones fracture is, because I didn't know for a while either, to be specific about it, it is a type of fracture that occurs in the fifth metatarsal bone of the foot, typically near the base, and is known for its challenging healing process due to limited blood supply. Great. But additional time is required for the fracture to fully heal. Strus will continue to advance in the rehabilitation and conditioning phase of his recovery, along with ongoing medical treatment. He's scheduled for a follow-up evaluation with Dr. David Porter, who performed the procedure in conjunction with the Cavaliers medical and training staff within the next 4 weeks. Further updates and his next steps will be determined following that evaluation. So that's not what I really like to hear, not going to lie to you. Also, hold on, there was another thing too, a report. I don't know how real this one was. But a report came out that said Max Strus was going so hard in one-on-one workouts that the Cavs forced him to stop for some time. The Cavs were like, no, stop. We got to shut you down for a little bit. We got to save you from yourself. I don't know how true that was. It was per Chris Federer. So I don't know how true that was, because if they're keeping him out for another month from saving him from himself, but it really was because the re-imaging and the healing I don't really know what to believe. But with that being said, I'm very sad. Okay. I don't know what to say about it all. I hate it. I will say that for free, because I thought we were getting him back for Christmas, maybe even New Year's, and now it's a week past New Year's, and now we have to wait another month. I am glad they're being on top of it, though, and not kind of risking it at all, because if it is a hard healing injury or difficult healing, because where it is and stuff, I'd rather them be more cautious than not. But with that being said, I miss seeing Max Strus play basketball with us, and I think he only adds a plus to all of us also, obviously, because the way he plays the game, his effort, his shooting, his underrated playmaking. I'm not saying he's going to go tween, behind the back, between the legs, and make someone fall and make a pass. I just mean his playmaking with his movement off ball too, because that also is part of playmaking, whether you like it or not. Just look at Steph Curry. Not comparing Max Strus to Steph Curry, but I'm just saying his movement off the ball, his movement with the ball, his ability to make the right pass when needed, and just kind of like that fire. I'm not saying he's like our enforcer, because I don't want to give him that much credit, because he's not like that much of a force out there, but he is a dog, right? In the way he plays strong, he plays hyped. He's our dog, though. I can't wait for him to come back, because I think he does add that extra, like, I don't know how to explain it other than like he had that extra, like, whoo, he's screaming, you know what I'm saying? He's yelling, he's getting everyone hyped after, and he, for a white boy, white man, he can get up. Okay. He's not the craziest athletic, but he can get up, and he has shown that in the past. I hope this doesn't really hinder his play. He doesn't really play super athletic, but he also, in the same sense, he kind of does, because his jump shot's very elevated. He's got one of those like definitions of a jump shot. He does crash the boards very often too. That's why I think him and Sam Merrill are very similar. But I also think a lineup at certain times when we need it, especially when Donovan's out or something like that, a lineup of Darius, Sam, and Max, all at the 1, 2, and 3, with Evan and Jarrett would be very, very, very lethal on offense, right? Because you got 2 lethal shooters. Well, 3 technically, because Darius is up there too, obviously. But Sam and Max's job is to shoot threes. And then you got Evan Mobley and Jarrett. I just think there's a lot more lineups you can set out for, and because yes, Sam and Max play similar, but they're not the same player. You know what I'm saying? Like Sam can hold himself on defense, but I think Max is a better rebounder and defender. Sam might be a more volume shooter. Volume shooter? Yeah, I want to say Sam is a more volume shooter. I don't know if I'm using that word. I don't know if I'm getting out what I want to. But Max is a more streaky shooter. That makes it seem like Max is a worse shooter. I don't really know. I do believe Sam is the better shooter out of those two, but I don't think it's like that far of a thing. Streaky shooter sounds like he just needs to get hot. I guess Max is like our flamethrower, right? Like once he is hot, it's scary. I'm saying like nothing's like everything's clicking for him, not just his jump shot when he's hot. I feel like his defense more on point, his shooting obviously because that's what that means. But I just think everything's more on point when he's hitting, right. So I would say Max is more of our flamethrower. Sam is more a consistency guy, but I think it'd be fun to see those guys out there really. And Max is just going to bring that level of intensity that I really, really miss from these guys, and I'm not seeing from all of them. So I hope he brings that out in them, because he can do all he wants on the bench, but it's a way different ball game from actually being out there with your teammates. You know what I'm saying? And I really hope. Listen, we didn't give much up for Lonzo Ball, right? We gave up Isaac Okoro. I miss him, but he wasn't really fitting our style of play, right? I really, 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 really hope we do not. I've seen some reports, not like solidified reports from like actual sources, but I've seen some talks on Cavs Twitter and stuff of trading Max Strus at the deadline and Lonzo Ball and da-da-da. I'm like, guys, can we just relax with all that, please? Just relax. We don't need to do all that right now. And I feel like we're young enough too. Like, yes, Donovan's 28. Sure, I'm 28. Okay, now I do feel old, but he's also a professional athlete and he's in his prime right now. So we have some time, right? Even if like prime was like set ages and stuff like that, prime is probably like 27 to 32. So even if on the back end we only had 4 years, like the low end we had 4 years left of this, we can afford to just kind of build with this team and see if we have anything with them. And then if this year people aren't producing or helping us at all, sure, start making some moves, make some offseason moves, make some trades, do what you need to do, right? But I don't want to see us go and get rid of a guy like Lonzo for the bench help and just the veteran help, you know what I'm saying? And or Max Strus for the same reason, who can kind of give us that playoff experience on the bench, off the bench, as a starter, whatever, and bring that intensity. I don't want to see us lose that just because he hasn't played with us yet, and we think that we have the same type of player in Sam Merrill. I really don't want to see that, right? I think those two can complement each other well. Now, if we want it now, my twin, I'm sorry, but if we want to go move guys like Dean Wade and Thomas Bryant for like maybe another solidified big, right, that's more consistent and actually can give us real minutes off the bench, I wouldn't be mad at that, because then we could bring in Dean Wade and say Thomas Bryant for like a more solidified backup center, and then we can play Naquan Tomlin more at the 4 to back up Evan Mobley and have all. So like I think there's a lot of routes we can go. I don't want to see that route being trading Max Strus and or Lonzo Ball, because I think it will help us. I really hope. I don't think CP3 is on our team. I wouldn't mind getting CP3. That's a lot of point guards on our team, but I want him to be like the player coach. You know what I'm saying? Get no minutes, just kind of be there and be a mentor for Darius Garland and CPJ, and even help out Lonzo too, because he's been in the league long enough where he can probably help Lonzo try to get his mental right, get his shot right, all that stuff. So, but yeah, I'm really stressing about this whole Max Strus stuff. I'm more stressing about him rather than our team right now, because we're starting to click things together. I knew it wasn't going to happen like this. I didn't think we were going to go on a 20-game win streak and then just change everything, be the first. I know it's going to take some time, so I'm not really stressed about us. We're slowly getting back into the play. We're playing like we really want to. So I'm loving it. I believe we have. Excuse me. I believe we have the Timberwolves tonight. Donovan is. I believe he's not projected to be out. Yeah, okay. The only two are out are Strus and Dean Wade, and Larry Nance is Larry Nance is game time. He is game time decision to the calf injury. He's expected to play though, and Jalen Tyson, due to illness, is expected to play though. And yeah, so it also has been official. Max Strus's estimated return is February 11th. Very sad. And game time decision too. Chris Livingston He's a game time decision for that too. And the only one that is out for the Wolves is Terrence Shannon Jr. So this will be a good test. We're fully healthy. Nobody's out. And we're getting their best and they're getting our best. So I'm excited. Actually, I still don't want to say that because Max Strus makes us better. And I think even if I don't want to say Dean Wade whatever, but Max Strus is a big part of us. So I don't know. All right, just let me go. I'm upset. But I'm excited for tomorrow. I will be watching that game. I'm gonna try, not saying it's gonna happen tomorrow's game, but I'm gonna try to either start going live on Twitch or TikTok or Twitter, like X or something, during games. Can I kind of talk to you guys if you're interested in that, or you're not? I don't know, but if you are, just go make sure follow me on socials. I'm pretty sure all of them are AP Jones, AP__ Jones. Yeah, whatever. If not, well, I'll do that at a later time. I don't want to promote myself too much. But with that being said, this has been your Cavs with all the news, rumors, everything coming to you from me, your boy AP, and I'm out. Deuces.